Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. In this episode, I'm going to be using the new Renault Twingo at Tokyo Expressway 600 with its new engine swap. So I'm going to be covering a step-by-step tutorial on how to get the car, the parts with the engine swap, the livery, and of course the race itself. I would say, just for a quick warning, that I would recommend to be at least collector level 50. And the other thing I want to point out too is I would recommend having at least 300,000 credits or more for this upgrade. Just that way you have enough for the car and for any other upgrades plus engine swap. But hopefully this tune will help you out at Tokyo Expressway 600. And if not, I would really recommend you save the car for Le Mans. So let's go ahead and get started. First step is going to be, of course, on how to get the car. It's currently at the used car dealership. You can see it's a very cheap price at 14,000 credits. This is more of a startup game type of car, in my opinion. So just going about the price tag and, of course, the stats overall, it's like very cheap and not really that impressive. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and add the wide body. Because we do that, we're going to lower PP points. That's the main reason why I did that. So it's going to cost you a small fee of 5,000 credits just to do that modification. Next, of course, is going to be engine swap. Of course, this car got an engine swap right after the update was released. Here's that particular engine swap, and I did mention in order for you to actually buy one, you had to at least be collector level 50, but there actually is a alternate route to actually get this engine if you actually have it in your garage, which I'll share in a little bit. But as you can see, with this engine package, it does really turn this car to life. I mean, everything's in the blue. The only thing that's in the red, I believe, is the weight. But to be honest, that is something not to be worried at all. So it's going to cost you about 250,000 credits just for this engine swap. Now, if you want to go home and check and see if you have it, you just go to your tuning parts. You can see this is where all your engines are collected. And there it is right there. As you can see, it's lit up with the word compatible in the top right corner. If you do see that, just click on it and just say install, say yes, and you'll be good to go. That'll be a way to redeem your free engine swap at your home. For delivery, this is what I have, and actually this is more of a very cool, unique livery. It's going to be based off the East Base F1 livery. Now, you can actually search for it, or you can just follow me in the game. Just follow these instructions. That way you can follow me or any user in the game just by doing that. But if you're curious on how to search the car itself with the hashtag for this livery, I'll have it up there in the top left corner. And I just figured it just looks pretty cool and pretty funny for this particular car. And that's the reason why I basically chose this livery for this particular episode. Now, let's say if you do not want this livery, but you want your own livery or no livery at all, but instead you just want just the parts itself, I'll be able to share that with all of you in just 1 second. It's not going to be nothing really too technical. I actually did have to do one change only to the car on the wheels, which I will do share. So start off with the wheels. I actually did chose a different rims compared to what the livery had supplied. So these are the rims I had chosen for this particular build. So just make sure you just copy the brand and, size, the width, and the offset. For your custom parts, the front bumper is going to be type B. After you get that installed, the size is going to be type B as well. The rear bumper, type A. And the finishes all up is going to be, the wings going to be type B. And that's going to be it for custom parts. With, of course, finishing up with the roll cage, it's going to be type C. And that's going to be all the parts you'll need from custom parts at GT Auto. So the basis of the tune itself, we're going to be using racing medium tires with a fully customized suspension. If you want to go ahead and just copy the numbers down, you can, which I would recommend doing so. And of course, for our downforce, luckily for our car, since the PP points was so low, even with racing tires, we went ahead and just basically jacked everything up to the max on both the front and the rear downforce. So that's going to be pretty easy. Actually, there shouldn't be really anything to be nerfed at for this particular car. For the transmission, as you can see here, we do have fully customized racing transmission. I would recommend you just put in simply the same numbers that's in the kilometer slot and let that be that for the transmission. We went ahead also and got the high RPM turbocharger with the anti-lag system set to strong. That's going to really help you out, especially when you change your gears. For the muffler, we got racing muffler with racing clutch and flywheel, and of course weight reduction stages 1, 2, and 3 with increased bi-rigidity, and that is going to be it for the parts you'll need from your set. So basically, whatever parts you get your hands on is what you'll need for this car. Now for the main race for this car, we're going to be in free map 1 from start to finish, and as you can see right off the gate, the car itself is just very quick. Now I would say if you are doing this in racing tires, I would recommend just take it easy for the first 2 laps, because we all know that once a racing tire does in fact hit the smallest margin of any moisture outside the racing line, that you'll have no control whatsoever for that car. It'll become stiff, it'll become understeery, it won't have grip, it'll just completely wash off the racing surface. So I recommend, if you do want to go a faster rate, just take it easy on the first lap. But if you want to do intermediate, you can, but you'll just make an extra pit stop, which I really don't think that'd be too effective for this particular run. So I recommend just take it easy for the first 1 or 2 laps with this tire compound, and after you get done on the second lap, that's when you can really push out the car. But despite that, the cars have actually handled decently smooth with these mediums, and of course once the track does begin to dry up, that's when it'll go faster and quicker, because the track's drying up and we are then allowed to push ourselves a bit harder into the track. But as you can see, very good start for us. We got ourselves a nice run on the Elgin Supra. We're going to go ahead and take away P2 if we can, and we are able to do that. So a very good start for us in this race. Now I would say one particular corner you have to be really careful on with this particular car will have to be the very tricky right-hand hairpin. You have to slow down just at the right amount of speed. Matter of fact, that little black light we just passed by just now, that's going to be your braking reference. If you can brake before that, then that you'll be good. I mean, the one major issue for this car is, of course, the fact we're on slick tires on the wet track, but also the brakes. The brakes are just horrible. You'll have to brake very early in this race. So just keep that in mind whenever you do reach to the end of the corner, or if you reach the first part of the track. I will recommend just as soon as you cross that very first checkpoint, ending sector 1, that's going to be pretty much be your reference guide on how to brake into the first corner too. And of course, I'll be showcasing the hot lap, and that way you can just look and see what I'm doing for that hot lap. But as you can see, we have found ourselves in position number 2 as we're about to begin lap 2, and we're going to try our best to catch and chase down the race leader. But you can also do too in some of these corners. You can also just tap the wall just for a little bit, and you can just use that to help you slow down just by a little bit, just in case if you did manage to brake a little bit too late. So as we head our way to the next part of the track, we are catching the race leader pretty quickly thanks to our tires, and I could tell once we did begin lap 2 that the car was in fact coming to life. I mean, the grip was really good. And once we get through these corners, you'll be able to see that we're cutting that lead very quickly. So it's going to be pretty much once we reach at the end of lap 2, possibly, we should find ourselves within range of the race leader. So you can see we can now see the HUD of the race leader. And these next corners, we're just really them in quickly. And you can see right there, we're going to take the lead away from the race leader, and we're going to pretty much run away from it from that point on. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward to what's going to be lap number 6. It's going to be our lap to pit. Since we made it halfway through, we will make this into a 1 pit stop race. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves a new set of mediums. As you can see, we had a good bit of tire wear on the front side of the car, which is no surprise at all. Went ahead and changed tires. For fuel, we just went up almost to 100% on the fuel, and that's going to be it for our pit stop. Now we are going to lose the lead from the RX-7 Ria, but thankfully from lap 7, lap 8, we were able to take the lead back from the RX-7 before it made a scheduled pit stop. So, which was great. I mean, like I said before, the car really good for this track. Fast forward to lap number 8. It's going to be our official hot lap for this race. I recommend that you stay behind, watch this hot lap, and I'll be right back to finish up the rest of this race. Alright, you guys saw we did ourselves a blistering 203 around the racetrack. I did fail to mention that this car has a really good promising pace too. We did a couple 204s, 203s. We're going to go ahead and finish this race right at 25:51. So this particular swap build can in fact do this below 26 minutes. So very, very good build. So if you do have in fact have the funds, and if you do have that swap either in your garage or if you can buy it, I will recommend giving this a shot. And like I said before, if for some reason this does not help you out, then I would really recommend saving it for Le Mans. So we're going to go ahead for our next episode. We're going to go ahead and go to the F1 E-Space. I thought it would be pretty cool to do that since we actually did the F1 E-Space livery on the Twingo. I thought it'd be perfect opportunity to come back and revisit this car and see if there's actually any changes to this car. And this is going to be another Tokyo build. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I am going to be very much looking forward to see what I can do with this car, which hopefully does help out whenever we come back to GT7 at Expressway using the F1 E-Space. So that is going to be for today's episode. Hopefully this particular build has helped you out in Gran Turismo 7. If you guys have any suggestions or any other builds you want me to try out, you're more than welcome to add those to the comments below, and I'll try my best to do them. Until then, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, and if you guys would like to subscribe to the channel, you're more than welcome to do so as well, as I'll have some more stuff coming up in the next couple days. Until then, see you later and take care.